For this part, we are talking about term independent of x. So when you see the word term independent of x, it just means x to the power 0. Why? Because x to the power 0 is equals to 1. Term independent of x also means that the guy doesn't have any x, which means it is a constant, it is a number, it is k, it is 5, it is 10, it can be anything, alright, as long as it doesn't have x. So let's recall, what is tr plus 1? By now, you have to remember that tr plus 1 is n choose r, a to the power of n minus r, b to the power of r. Actually, is this tr plus 1 given? Yes, I think it's given in the formula sheet. Okay, so go and check it out. Alright. Then equate the power, same thing. When we do tr plus 1, we equate the power to x to the power something, right? So this guy is just equating to x to the power 0. Find r and then substitute back. Okay, so I try to find the term independent of x in each of the following. For the first guy, the tr plus 1 for the first guy is 15. Choose r because n is the, this is the n, this is the a, and then this is the b. X squared to the power of 15 minus r. Negative 1 over 4 x to the power of 4 to the power of r. This is a harder kind of question. So let's check out those that has x only. Okay, this guy no x. This guy there's an x, so we write down x to the power of 2, and then the 15 minus r is on the outside here. Okay, now for the second guy, where is the x? The x is here, but you must multiply by the power, and it is a denominator. This, the x is the denominator, so I over x to the power of 4r. Understand where my x to the power of 4r comes from? It comes from this one over here. Okay, and I equate him to x to the power of 0 because we are looking for term independent of x. So when you're in your indices, the bases divide, the power will minus. So this would mean that this is 30 minus 2r for the numerator minus 4r. The power will minus equals to 0. 30 is equals to 6r, r equals to 5. Your r must be in integer, okay, or whole number. Alright, if it's not integer, means something is wrong, go back and check again. Okay, now once you get it ready, we put the r back into my tr plus 1 formula. So which means that t6, where does my 6 come from? R plus 1 is equal. Okay, so I put the 5 into the r plus 1, I get t6 is equals to 15 choose 5, x squared to the power of 15 minus 5, negative 1 over 4 x to the power of 4, and then 5 over here. Use your calculator. Okay, first is 15, choose 5, I find out what is that first, and then same thing, multiply by negative 1 over 4 to the power of 5. Okay, where does my negative 1 over 4 to the power of 5 come from? Here. Okay, and this is equals to negative 3003 over 10, negative 3003 over 1024, and that is my x to the power term independent of x. Okay. Next one for b, 3x squared over 2 plus 2 over 3x to the power of 9. Same thing, my tr plus 1 is equals to 9 choose r, 3x squared over 2 to the power of 9 minus r, 2 over 3x to the power of r. Okay, so those that has x, I take them out, which is this guy and this guy. Okay, so x to the power of 2 bracket 9 minus r over x to the power r is equals to x to the power 0. So which means that 18 minus 2r, multiply the numerator, minus r, because when the indices divide, the power will minus, equals to 0. 3r equals to 18, r equals to 6. So now I put it back, my t7, because it's 6 plus 1, is equals to 9 choose 6, 3x squared over 2 to the power of 9 minus 6, 2 over 3x to the power of 6. Use your calculator. Okay, 9 choose 6 equal multiply by 3 over 2. Don't care the x. Okay, to the power of 3. 9 minus 6 is 3. And then 2 over 3 to the power of 6. And this will be equals to 224 over 9. Find term independent of the x is quite simple. Okay, just use your TR plus 1 equate to x to the power of 0. You will be able to get your term independent of x. Be very objective minded. That means at the first part only care about those components that has x. Use the power, use your indices to find what is the r, then put it back. Okay, so some other concepts of x, okay, some special concepts of how to get term independent of x is, right, you must know that. So for example, if I have x to the power of 7 over 3 plus x to the power of 5 over 4. Okay, or rather, okay, let's go to x to the power 7. Let me ask you, x to the power 7 must multiply by what to give you x to the power 0? So your denominator must have x to the power 7. Okay, same thing. So let's say I have x to the power of 3. I must multiply by what to get term independent of x? So 1 over x to the power 3. Why? Because this and this kind of will cancel, and then there will be no more component of x. That's why this will get something to the x to the power 0. Okay, so this may help you in some other questions where they ask you to find the term independent of x when you do a multiplication.